All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Message Time to Maine. I'm Message Timed, and let me get the Bible. All righty. We're gonna start. We're gonna go through 26, 27, and 28 today. So, all right. So, bunch of names here for warning you that this might. Should be good, but like some of them are still might be still a little confusing to state. But all right. The second census, chapter 26. After the plague, the Lord said to Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, take a census of the whole Israelite community by families. All those 20 years old or more who are able to serve in the army or of Israel. So the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho, Moses and Eleazar, priests, spoke with them and said, take a census of the men 20 years old or more, as the Lord commanded Moses. These were the Israelites who came out of Egypt. The descendants of Reuben, the firstborn son, was Israel, of Israel were, through Henoch, the Henochites clan, through Paula, the Paulite clan, through Hezron, the Hezronite clan, through Carmi, the Carmite clan. These were the clans of Reuben. Those numbers were 43,730. The son of Palu was Elab, and the son of Elab were Nem, 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 Nemiel, Dathan, and Abram. The son of Dathan and Abram were community officials who rebelled against Moses and Aaron and were among Korah's followers when they rebelled against the Lord. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them, along with Korah, whose followers died when the fire devoured the 250 men, and they served as a warning sign. The line of Korah, whoever did not die out. The descendants of Simon by their clans were through Nemuel, the Nemuelites clan, through Jamin, the Geminites, through Jachin, the Jachinites, through Zerah, the Zerites clan, through Shul, the Shulite clan, through these were the clans of Simon. Those numbers were 22,200. The descendants of Gad by their clan were descendants of Gad, by their clans were through Zephon, the Zephonites clan, through Hegi, the Hagite clan, through Shunai, the Shunite clan, through on Oznai, the Oznite clan, through Ir, the Irite clan, through Orad, the Orite clan, through Ariel, the Arielite. These were the clans of Gad. These were the clans of Gad. Those numbers were 40,500. And Onan were sons of Judah, but they died in Canaan. The descendants of Judah by the clans were through Shelah, the Shelite clan, through Perez, the Perezite clan, through Zerah, the Zerite clan, through the descendants of Perez were through Hezron, the Hezronite clan, Hamiel, the Hamielite clan. These were the clans of Judah of the number of, and those numbers were 76,500. So these are all clans that looks like they're going over separate clans within a clan, the descendants. Okay, so the descendants of each individual previously in the Bible, they're going down through them, and they're explaining how many different clans there were through the descendants of each one of the clans. So what they did, okay, if you've been paying attention, because everything was still starting to begin, is that, so like if you go back earlier on, you remember how like the men, well, the women would give birth and then they'd have like multiple like children, and those children would consist of giving, you know, the descendants would end up like creating a portion of a nation. So that's what's going on here because of breaking everything down in different orders this time. The descendants of Issachar by their clan were through Tola, the Tolite, through Pau, the Pauite clan, through Jashub, the Jabsite, the Jeshubite clan, through Shimron, the Shimronite clan. These were the clans of Issachar. Those numbers were 64,300. The descendants of Zebulun by their clans were through Sered, the Seredite clan, through Elon, the Elonite clan, through Jali, the Jalilite clan. That actually sounded kind of funny. That's why I was laughing. These were the clans of Zebulun. Those numbers were 60,500. The descendants of Joseph by their clans were Mezonite, Manasseh, and Ephraim. Were the descendants of the descendants of Manasseh through Marki, the Markites clan. The father Markarite clan. Markari was the father of Gilad. Through Gilead, the Gileadite clan. These were descendants of Gilead. Through through Izer, the Izerite clan. Through Hekel, the Hekite clan. Through Azrael, the Azraelite clan. Through Shemek, the Shemekmites clan. Through Shemad, the Shemanite clan. Through Heper, the Heperite clan. Zelophehad, the son of Heper, had no sons. he only had daughters whose names were Melah, Noah, and Galah, Melechi, and Tezar, uh, Tirzah. These were the clans of Manasseh. Those numbers were 52,700. These were the descendants of Ephraim by their clan through Shuthala, the Shuthalite clan, through Berek, the Berkerite clan, through Tanah, the Tanite clan, Tanahite clan, through the descendants of Shuthala, through Iran, the Iranite clan. These were clans of Ephraim. Those numbers were 35,500. These were the descendants of Joseph by their clans. The descendants of Benjamin by their clans were through Bela, the Belite clan, through Ashbel, the Ashbelite clan, through Aharam, the Aharamite clan, through Shepham, the Shephamite clan, through Hupham, the Huphamite clan, the descendants of Bela through Arad and Naaman were through Arad and Aradite clan, through Anam, the Ammonite clan. These were the clans of Benjamin. Those were 45,600. These were the descendants of Dan by their clans. Through Shuham, the Shuhamite clan. These were the clans of Dan. All of them were Shuhamite clans, and the numbers were 64,400. The descendants of Asher by their clan were through Imnah, the Ammonite clan, Ishva, the Ishvite clan, through Bera, the Berite clan, and through the descendants of Beri, through Heber, the Herbite clan, through Malek, the Malachite clan. Asher had a daughter named Sarah. These were the clans of Asher. Those numbers were 53,400. The descendants of Naphtali were, by their clan were through Jezel, the Jezreelite clan, through Guni, the Gunite clan, through Jezer, the Jezerite clan, through Shalem, the Shalemite clan. These were the clans of Naphtali. Those numbers were 45,400. The number of the men of Israel was 1,730. The Lord said to Moses, the land is to be allotted to them inheritance based on the numbers of names. To a large group, give a larger inheritance, and to a smaller group, give a smaller one. Each is to receive its inheritance according to the numbers those listed. Be sure that the land is distributed by lot. What each group inheritance will be according to the names of the ancestral tribe. Each inheritance is to be distributed by lot among the larger and smaller groups. These were the Levites who continued by their clans. Through Geshron, the Geshronite clan, through Kohath, the Kohathite clan, through Moriah, the Marite clan. These also were Levite clans. The Lebanite clan, the Hebronite clan, the Malite clan, the Shumite clan, the Meshmite clan, the the Korathite clan. Kohath was the forefather of Aram, the name of Aram's wife of Jechebed, the descendants of Levi, who was born. To the Levites in Egypt, the Amram, she bore Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam. Aaron was the father of Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Etamar. But Nadab and Abihu died when they made an offering before the Lord with unauthorized fire. All the male Levites, a month old or more, numbered 23,000. They were not counted along with the other Israelites because they received no inheritance among them. These were the ones counted by Moses and Eleazar the priest when they counted the Israelites on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across to Jericho. No one of them was among those counted by Moses and Aaron, priests, when they counted the Israelites in the desert of Sinai. For the Lord had told those Israelites they would surely die in the wilderness, and not one of them was left except Caleb. Now, Caleb, son of Jephunneh, Joshua, son of Nun. So we're on to chapter 27. There's a lot there. There was a lot of names there to take in, but that actually went pretty smoothly. More smoothly than I thought. The names are getting easier to pronounce. I just try to sound them out as I go. Sometimes I might mess them up, but like that's something, that I'm willing to accept here. All right. So, as you can see, these were all just different nations under different descendants, and you can see that, they lead to bigger numbers. It's pretty wild to think about how far we've come in the Bible and how many of these people are descendants of, like, you know, how they all came out from Noah and stuff like that. Because that's really just wild to think about. Well, actually, no, they came from they came from Noah, and then they expanded, and they also, some of them came from Moses. It's just really cool it's really cool to look at and think, when it comes down to, hold on a second, I want to see something. Probably gonna set this on its charger. The heck, not that one. But yeah, the one thing that keeps really throwing me off, and I've heard it in Latin language before, so it's been really, really throwing me off every time I hear it, is alright, that's charging. Alright. The one name that's been throwing me off every time I hear it in it, and there's a reason it's throwing me off. Because they didn't say anything about the Latin heritage existing back long, long ago. But Eleazar is normally a Spanish name. That's why when I hear it, it throws me for a loop, because back then we weren't separated by, like, we weren't separated how we are today, and we're not really separated by clan. But Eleazar, that's a Latin name, actually. When it comes down to it, there's a lot of Latin culture use that name for their kids, And like I think I heard like one other name in here that really stuck out as a Latin name. The rest of these names were like they're names from like the where this took. It took pretty much takes place in the I want to say the Middle East or like one of those countries over there, and they just completely forgot about their Bible. The new what they're doing now is very strange compared to where they came from. They're not sticking to the roots, and that could be why like a lot of stuff is the way it is today because of just them getting off track with God and all that. And it's just really wild and interesting to think about like because like again back then like Joshua is a simple name. um Moses, we don't hear that name anymore, but Moses, I could see that being Mo, which would be, Mo could be like from a Latin background too. You know, Joshua. Um, that's a name any nationality could use, but like the reason I'm talking about this is because this nationalities didn't exist back then. They didn't exist. Nobody even like thought twice about speaking the Latin language. But although you heard when it came to the Tower of Babel, um, God split everybody up because he didn't want everybody building to the heavens, and that's why like when it comes down to it, now we know. Like so, my thing is like, all right. So looking at the whole thing, um, we talk about going into space, okay? Now these people, they were trying to build into the heavens. So, you know, what I mean, my thing is like were they closer to God back then? Like was the earth back then closer to God than it is today? Because today, when you look at it and honestly, when you look at the way things are right now, we're light years away from where we started in space. Space is a continual point where you're just continuously falling. There's no gravity to hold you onto the planet or anything like that. So when you think about it, you know, if the starting point that we were at must have been, you know, like right around where the heavens are, and we must have been really close to God back then, because when we go out in space now, we're not anywhere near close to God or anything like that. And you go out in outer space and there's nothing really out there except a bunch of other planets. So it always makes me wonder, like, were we closer to God long ago, and that's why God and the angels are visiting us so much, and now we're just super far away, and God has trouble like reaching us at this point. And when it comes down to it and think about it, you know, we're getting for if that's the case, we're getting further and further away from God. Okay, could that really be the cause of why people aren't believing in the structure of God anymore and not believing and actually starting to do their own thing? Because the more and more I believe we get further and further away from God. Like I believe we started off like closer to the actual heavens in that they say in the Bible here. Um, because back in the day when God created the earth, okay, it had to have like not been falling through space the way it is. So that's why I don't know, just some food for thought. But I do believe we were somehow closer to God, and we unfortunately we or the earth is falling through space, so like we're not as close as we used to be, and that's the honest truth. I think that's what happened because when you think about it, space is huge, all right, and we're in the year 2023, 2024 right now. Okay, when was the Bible first created? You know, AD, like year one of the Earth. So think about that. We've already had a certain amount of years. The years transitioned over to BC to AD. So how many actual years altogether is the Earth? And when we're back when the Earth was first created and we were closer to God, like what was it's just something to think about, that we could be just possibly getting away further and further from God than we actually were when we first started. We were first built, because that's the only reason. That's the only reason I think like we are where we are today. Ah, by the way, I got my cross in yesterday. Nails, nail shaped cross. Um, I actually wanted this for like I had one of these for a while, but it was a different type, and it actually like wasn't all black. It was like more like, so right where the wrappings are, those were copper, and these look like real nails. So, all right, Zeplahad's daughter, chapter 27. The daughters of Zeplahad, son of Heper, the son of Gilead, the son of Machar, the son of Menash, belonged to the clans of Menash's son Joseph. The names of the daughters were Meliah, son Meliah, Noah, Hoglah, Melech, and Tezar. These they came forward and stood before Moses. Eleazar the priest, the leader in the whole assembly, at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and said, Our father died in the wilderness. He was not among Korah, followers who banded together against the Lord, but he died for his own sins and left no sons. Why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he had no sons? Give us property among our father's relatives. So Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord said to him, What Zelophehad daughters are saying is right. You must certainly give them property as an inheritance among their father's relatives, and give their father's inheritance to them. Say to the Israelites, if a man dies and leaves no sons, give his inheritance to his daughters. If he has no daughter, give his inheritance to his brother. If he has no brothers, give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father had no brothers, give his inheritance to the nearest relative in his clan, and he may possess it. This is to have the force of law for the Israelites, as the Lord commanded Moses. Joshua succeeds. Joshua succeeds Moses. Then the Lord said to Moses, Go up to this mountain in Ibram, range and see the land I have given the Israelites after you have seen it. You too will be gathered to your people as your brother Aaron was. For when the community rebelled in the waters, in the desert of Zin, both of you disobeyed my command to honor me as holy before their eyes. These were the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, in the desert of Zin. Moses said to the Lord, May the Lord, the God who gives breath to all living things, appoint someone over to this community to go out and come in before them, one who will lead them out and bring them in, so the Lord's people will not be like sheep without a shepherd. So the Lord said to Moses, Take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom is the spirit of leadership, and lay your hand on him. Have him stand before Eleazar the priest and the entire assembly, and commission him in the presence. Give him some of your authority, so the whole Israelite community will obey him. He is to stand before Eleazar the priest, who will obtain a decision for him by inquiring the Urim before the Lord at his command. He and the entire community of the Israelites will go out and at his command they will come in. Moses, okay, so I'm going to stop there and take a drink of coffee because I'm still trying to wake up. All right. Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and had him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole assembly. Then he laid his hand on him and commissioned him as the Lord instructed through Moses. Daily offerings. The Lord said, chapter 28. So we're all actually, wow, that was fast. The Lord said to Moses, "Give this command to the Israelites and say to them, make sure that you present to me at the appointed time my food offering as an aroma pleasing to me. Say to them, this is the food offering you are to present to the Lord. 2 lambs, a year old without defect, a regular burnt offering each day. Offer 1 lamb in the morning and at the other twilight, together with a grain offering of 1/10 of ephah of the finest flour, mixed with a quarter of hin of oil from the pressed olives. This is the regular burnt offering instituted at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, a food offering presented to the Lord. The accompanying drink offering is to be a quarter of a hin, a fermented drink with each lamb. Pour out the drink offering to the Lord at the sanctuary. Offer the second lamb at the twilight along with these kind of grain offering and drink offering that you offer in the morning. This is food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Sabbath offerings. On a Sabbath day, make an offering of 2 lambs a year old without defect together, with its drink offering, a grain offering of 2/10 of ephah of the finest flour, mixed with olive oil. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, in addition to regular burnt offering and its drink offering. Monthly offerings. Okay. On the first of every month, present to the Lord. So the Lord's remaking these rules up again because after everything that happened and all the separation that just happened, he's going to make all these rules again for these people. Now, I believe the 10 commandments at this point, they still stand. They still stand till this day, I believe. But I do believe that he's actually making these rules again so that way people can understand what they have to do every single month and all that. So, all right. Monthly offerings. On the first of every month, present to the Lord a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs, a year old, without defect. With each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of the finest flour, mixed with oil. With the ram, a grain offering of 2/10 of ephah of the finest flour, mixed with oil. And with each lamb, a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of the finest flour with oil. This is for a burnt offering. A pleasing aroma, a food offering presented to the Lord. With each bull there is to be 1 drink offering of 1/2 of a hin, of wine with ram, 1/3 of hin, with each lamb, 1/4 of hin. This is a monthly burnt offering to be made at each new moon during the year, besides the regular burnt offering. When its drink offering, 1 male goat is to be presented to the Lord. as a sin offering. So Passover. All right. On the 14th day of the first month, the Lord's Passover is to be held on the 15th day of this month. There is to be a festival for 7 days. Eat bread made without yeast on the first day. Hold a sacred assembly and do no regular work. Present to the Lord a food offering consisting of burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 males, and 7 male lambs, a year old, without defects. With each bull offering a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. With ram, 2/10, and with each of the 7 lambs, 1/10 include 1 male goat as a sin offering to make atonement for you. Offer these in the addition to the regular morning burnt offering. In this way, present the food offering every day for 7 days as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. It is to be offered in addition to the regular burnt offering, its drink offering. On the 7th day, hold a sacred assembly and add no regular work. The Festival of Weeks. On the day of the first fruit, when you present to the Lord an offering of new grain during the Festival of Weeks, hold a sacred assembly and do regular work. Present a burnt offering of 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 males, 7 male lambs, a year old, as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. With each bull there is to be a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of the finest flour mixed with oil. With the ram, 2/10, and with each of the 7 lamb, 1/10, include 1 male goat to make atonement for. Offer these together with their drink offering in addition to a regular burnt offering and its grain offering. Be sure the animals are without defects. So we're on chapter 29 now. So yeah, we're not too far away from finishing this actually. We'll be done with this. We'll be done with this very, very soon. We got 3 full pages to go. Yeah, which I mean full pages by like 2. So technically 6 pages to go till we finish off. Hold on. Is it 6? It is, well, it's 5.5. So 5.5 pages is enough to make it. We're almost in Deuteronomy at that point, which is very awesome. It's not the halfway point by all means, but that's book number 4. All right. I don't know how many books are in this. So let's see. We have the Old Testament, which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There's a lot of books in the Old Testament. And where I'm at now in the Old Testament by myself is in I'm almost done with Psalms at this point. I'm getting real close to finishing Psalms. I'll be in Proverbs next. And so at Deuteronomy, that's the 4th book in. So I got a long way to go, but at the same time we're moving along pretty good. I'm just surprised we made it this far already, But yeah, all right. So as you can see, the Lord's making all these rules again for these different nations. Well, not different, yeah, different nations for each, for each individual tribe to follow. And now they're not separated or anything, but like they're stated as like these are what you must do now that you're separated, and if you want to have your own like little nation going. So, um, all right. I'm trying to think about if there's anything that I want to talk about. Um, nah, I don't really think there's too much I want to talk about here. I mean, I've had a pretty good past few days, although there's that little bit of like stuff going on that's like always going on. Eventually it's gonna go away. Um, but yeah, I not, that's really about all I have to say. I can't think of anything else. My brain's still trying to function, to be honest. Like, I gotta work on trying to get to sleep earlier. I know that because I've been staying up super late, and it's not like I'm intentionally trying it. It's just like I'll be doing something, and then I'll like people from Discord will message me, all that stuff. So we gotta like, I forgot to share this out to my others. Like I forgot to share this out to one of my social media platforms, which I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow. Um, but yeah, it's been pretty easy, decently, you know, it's been pretty. It's gotten a little bit better than it normally has for like a week, 2 weeks straight. There was a bunch of like nonstop stuff going on and drama going on. I'm like, what is going on? And everybody's like doing this to me. And I pull through every single time, every single day. I wake up and read this to you guys, no matter what's going on in my life, just so I can make sure I get that little bit of like the holy presence inside me and out to you. So I've been doing this every single day for now since I'm trying to figure out when it was I actually started doing this because I started with I uploaded one chapter and then I went and I started uploading shorts for the Bible and the Bible shorts started picking up. Now, they've been on and off, like it depends on what chapter I'm reading or where I am in the Bible. They'll pick up. Some of them really really pick up, some of them they don't. And that's where like I'm seeing a fluctuation of it. It's not like they're bad, not like people aren't watching them. It's that like some of them will pick up, some of them won't. And it was picking up for like it was weird. It was picking up for every single day for like a good like week straight. And I think what happened was it was around the holidays and everybody had off, so everybody's watching my stuff. Now that we're back to like the regular, things aren't picking up as much. I also take notice that like the shorts really pick up on like the weekends. So when I upload on the weekends, I noticed that like everything will pick up on the weekends. It's like something something I really really noticed every single week that it's become like I'm used to it picking up on like Friday and Saturday, and then maybe on Sunday, depending on what's going on, you know. But Friday and Saturday definitely I see them pick up. Saturday specifically because that's that one day where everybody just has off during the weekend, so they have time to stop and look at YouTube and all that. That's something like I've noticed and I picked up on of how it all works. Um, and it's really interesting to know that I know that because I've paid attention to the way things go every single week. So if it doesn't pick up, then I'm gonna still upload because that's what I've been doing, even if they don't pick up. Because some of them they get really low views, some of them don't, and that's okay. I'm expecting that. I'm not expecting everyone to be like perfectly blow up, perfectly fine and insane. Like, all right, actually, let's see. Why is this laptop shut off like this? I have the whole like anyway. Um, so like take for example the one that I put up last night. The one I put up last night, it's still blowing up a little bit actually. It you know, it's at 474 right now, and if it keeps going up and blowing up, I'm gonna be perfectly like I understanding how it all works. Man, that's the other thing is I don't know who gave out my number, and I really wished I would stop because that should be considered, you know, unless like that should be considered as illegal right there. People giving out your number after you gave it to somebody, like I don't know why people. I don't know why people get like that where they feel the need to troll somebody. And I'm waiting for the day that people, I get trolled a lot, and I don't complain about it much, but I do get trolled quite a bit, and I don't know what the purposes of people trolling me, because like I've been through a lot of stuff, and I think it's I think you know I know it's all just a test, but sometimes it's like, do you really need to keep testing me like that? And so this number that I have now has been given out to multiple companies. I had somebody text me the other day from a company that, let me read off what this message says. And this is how bad people get sometimes with me, because I'm not even sure how this all came about, or how, or like, you know, this is what you get for trying to make friends and communications on the internet. All right, you try to make communications on the internet, it just never works out, you know? And sometimes you can't even do it in real life because everybody's just trolling everybody all the time. There is actually no point in time right now where I've noticed that there's no point in time right now where people are not trolling somebody. You know, it just seems like everybody's always trolling somebody. And I don't know why that's where we are right now. People don't have a real personality anymore. Is it? Everybody just has a trolling personality. Like I can never actually tell if anybody's being realistic anymore, actually, because it's just gotten too far away from, people. Back in the day, people actually used to sit there and talk about things and not laugh or troll all the time. But like now you can't even do that. Like the last real conversation I had was over some drama that I needed to stop, and I don't know why it always seems to be that is the thing that I talk about with people. How comes I can't talk about something else with people? Like that's what I'm curious about. So let me go in my messages and read off a message that I got from a couple days ago that I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? Okay. So, all right. Hello, I'm Laura Sophie from the Diverse Staffing Company in the U.S. We are looking for a remote employee. Would you like more details? Okay, so I don't know how this person, I'm reporting in a spam now. But like I don't know how, like I don't know why or how somebody got my number like that. So that's what I don't like. That's why I have trouble giving my number out to people. They just it's a consistent troll, and people are adding your numbers and this stuff because they get indicative and they get like very very malicious with it, especially when they see you're doing good at something. It's bothered them, and that's why like I don't really acknowledge too many people that are doing that to you. People can be nice to your face all day, but in reality, the truth is, are they really actually nice, or are they just pretending to be nice to you? Like, and I don't let it bother me. I literally don't let it bug me too much. But there's a point in time. Anyway, I think there's a point in time where like people should like take a step back, take two steps back, and just reflect on what it is they're doing or how they're handling stuff. Because sometimes you gotta be realistic about stuff. Like I don't understand how people get into these careers like YouTube and all that, and just trolling people nonstop. I don't understand it. I don't know, and I don't get how it all works. And we got people just consistently trolling and not actually be truthful with who they actually are or anything like that. And so that's why like people go down those routes. Like when you look at it, when the like all those people that are cosplaying or all those people that are like part of the LGBTQ, they're not true to themselves. They never will be, and they make homosexuality into this like huge running gag and joke that it's just like why are you guys making it into like this joke? It's not even funny. Nothing about it's funny. You know? What? Degrading yourself for sexual pleasure with a guy as a guy is funny? That's not funny, man. That's disgusting. That is legit disgusting. And anybody who thinks it's funny, like I was literally like I'm not trying to complain about the Discord, but I was literally in a Discord yesterday and there was a girl that was in there. And she basically said, "This whole Discord is homo rhetoric." She said something like strange over in the one we're in, and I'm like, "Yeah, I agree. All those people in there, they're strange." With as much as that comes up in that Discord, it's a bit concerning. But I'm not gonna tell people to go there and like, condemn it. But I will say this: homosexuality is not funny. It shouldn't even be a joke, but it is. It's turned into a joke because in itself, it's disgusting. It's foul, and people accept it as it is. That's why when people make fun of it, I just ride along with it because I'm like, yeah, it's disgusting. I fully agree that I fully agree. But some of these people, they make it into like this really weird flirtatious joke that's just like over the top vulgar, and it's just wild to think about like people accepting that and then making that into a joke as if it's like completely and utterly normal when back in the day it wasn't accepted as normal. It was defiled. If you were like that, then it was defiled. And let me explain why it's still defiled by me. Because sexual intercourse with a man leads to you touching poop. That's how disgusting and foul it is. It leads to you as a man touching another man's poop. That's how disgusting it is. And it's like it doesn't dawn on anybody. And it's like that's why like I look at it as like why is it okay and acceptable just to do that? You know? Why are we being so foul to ourselves? Why are we discriminate? Why are we there's so many words that I could say for that, but I just have to question it sometimes because like it's like you guys sit there and you joke about it, but you don't think there's any form of consequences behind that? Like you literally are gonna sit there and look at it and be like, haha, this is funny, even though it's very, very vulgar and disgusting. And that's why we've turned out to be the way we are right now. Because when it got accepted into society, the jokes just rolled. The jokes just rolled out, and then it, it's it's really weird where we're at right now because it's just been accepted by society, you know. And I look at it this way: I just can't accept it. I can't accept it, and you know, it's really weird that it's become a big, huge running joke along with that. And I'm not saying that on a defensive way, but I'm saying that as like what we joke about is acceptable. That's just extremely strange. I know it's like called a dark sense of humor, but the reality of the truth is when we joke about it, we made it kind of acceptable. We have to be more fierce with it. We have to literally not joke about it because if we joke about it, well then people are just gonna be like, oh, they're just laughing. They think it's funny. They'll accept me for they'll accept me for what I'm doing and stuff like that. And it's like, no, people aren't going to accept you for like back in the day. If you were laughed at for that, you were literally treated differently because you accepted that. Now it's like there was a movie years ago that came out this girl made about how like and it was weird because now we're in that society where like straight people get bullied. but the gay people are not. All right, there was a movie made years ago when homosexuality was first accepted, as it as the movie was the reversed idea of what homosexuality is today when it first started. So back in the day, homosexuality was demonized, and I still demonize it because it's a very, very bad thing. All right, but we actually shame it and demonize it is what we should. Well, shaming it is what we should be doing. Um, but it was a story about how like this girl, she was in school and she was straight, and the rest of the school around her was gay, and it was really weird because now that's kind of where we are, and it's insane to see the cause and effects of how that movie that I remember being made years ago is now a thing that exists in today's world. Like I don't know what it was. It's like she produced that movie, and then when she produced that movie, it got out into the masses and everybody ended up watching it, and it's like okay, now we're gonna be like this movie. And it's like, what the heck made this happen? You know? So it makes me wonder, was there some kind of, you know, I try not to believe in paganism, like paganism is that powerful, but we're seeing it more often than ever. And I do believe there was some kind of paganism behind that movie. I believe there was some kind of like trans paganism kind of stuff behind that movie, because there's no reason that we should be seeing that kind of stuff go on in this world, but we do, and I don't know what it is. And I'd like to know why. I would like to know why one movie that wasn't even really well known, because I could probably look it up. It came out like long ago. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. All right, let me see. All right. No. All right. All right, so here. Okay, so this is a real movie. It came out back in 2018. Okay, 2018, 2024 right now. So let me show you the name of this movie. And this was a real movie that was made it early. I remember it. But okay, so it's this movie right here. All right, All You Need Is Love, and it was pretty much a story promote promoting the ideal. Like the film is about experience of a young girl who is bullied because of her sexuality. Love Is All You Need depicts a world of homosexuality is the norm. The young girl got bullied in school because of her heterosexuality. In just 20 minutes, we see hate, bullying, violence, betrayal, intolerance, what the girl went through. So it's so heart wrenching and tear jerking, and I'm sure it will touch every. Okay, so this was a real movie back in the day, and I clearly remember this being released, and it like stuck out to me. And it's kind of what we're dealing with today, where you get bullied for being straight, and that's where I don't know why, but I still remember that movie, and I was just like, it's weird because now that's actually playing out in this world. So when you have a chance, maybe watch that movie. I don't know, but they should have put a second take on it from a guy standpoint, because not like guys like me, I get bullied freaking a lot for being straight. So somebody should actually. I don't know why, but it's just weird that we're in a world that's pretty much like that movie right now. It's weird. So don't tell me there was like some sort of like paganism, witchcraft behind that film being made, because I swear it. All right. So, all right. I'm going to get out of here, say my prayers, and y'all have a wonderful day. I'll be back later on today. So, all right. Lord Jesus Christ, I am praying to you right now so you can put light in everybody's life today. Lord, I pray that people start understanding the examples and ideas of how if they're wrong about something, it's to be corrected. If they do something bad, it is to be corrected. And Lord, just teach them and understand that they need to just, you know, understand and accept when they're wrong about stuff. And, if they argue or fight and I'm trying to make a point with them, Lord, I pray that you get them to see that, maybe there is something there that they should acknowledge, Lord. A lot of people in today's world have trouble accepting it. So, Lord, I can just pray to you and hope the prayers work, because Lord, lately it's been pretty rough for me. It's been pretty rough for a lot of reasons. And all I can do is hope that people just start changing their ways and things as such, so we can learn from it. Lord, also, uh, if people are cursing me today, bless me. Bless people who need blessed today, Lord. As you can say, let your quote be known. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. Lord, do as such. Do as such. Lord, and give me strength today to get through the day without any form of like hatred coming at me. Help me see through those moments and help me see through getting through the day. And Lord, also put an armor of protection up around me, and just make sure everything goes good for me today. Lord, I've been having a rough past couple weeks, and Lord, all I can do is pray and hope that things change around, things turn around, things get better. I'm never giving up on this covenant with you. That's why you need, Lord. I'm praying that you protect this. I'm praying that you protect my YouTube channel, and anybody that comes here. Make sure you swat them away like flies, Lord. And also, I pray for anybody else that needs prayer, like or needs blessed. Bless Melanie Mack. Bless Brittany Venti. They need blessed today. Bless anybody else that needs blessed today. In Jesus' name, amen. So, there you go. There you have it. Prayers are done for the day. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. So, yeah, I'll be back later on today with another stream. I'm off today. I'm about to upload a short for you guys. I'm gonna go do a couple things and then come back, and I'll have a stream sometime this evening. I'm not sure when, but I'll be seeing you later, guys. Take it easy, and God bless you.